Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live, and I'm here with Paige, Lackey Martin.
Hey.
Today we are talking about finicky eaters.
Yes, I have two.
Yeah, so first of all, we want to say Happy New Year. We are broadcasting live from the Peach Pantry at 1085 Catherwood Drive. And yes, we talking about some finicky eaters today.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to actually make a very simple dish, because when I think of finicky eaters, I think you just need to give children what they want, or folks who don't like to eat much, just give them what they want, but you kind of just make it into different things.
Okay, then I would be feeding them chips and Reese's.
Well, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too.
One view.
But on the menu today, we're going to be doing like a macaroni dish. It's actually going to be a cashew cream macaroni. So it's kind of like a macaroni and cheese. And we're going to be using for the base, it's a vegan, plant-based sauce.
Okay.
It's made with butternut squash. And we're also going to be using cashew milk, cashew cream as our cheese. All right? So we're going to go on ahead and get started. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about this fly girl, CAU grad,
Yes.
artist extraordinaire, Paige Lackey Martin. So tell them a little bit about what you do, and then I'll just start setting up some stuff.
Oh, so the creative journey has taken many turns.
Yes.
But where I am now, I'm an artist. I'm actually a soft sculpture artist, and I do dolls.
Yes.
And I have named my dolls the Color of Humanity dolls.
Yes.
And I call them the Color of Humanity dolls because
They're
humanity
gorgeous.
has no one color.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I multicolor the faces of the dolls. I multicolor the faces of the dolls. I put at least one additional face in the doll with the base color. And the reason I call them the Color of Humanity dolls, because like I said, humanity has no one color. Kindness, benevolence, giving is in all races, not just one race.
And I'm going to grab one of these dolls just so you can see them. They're absolutely beautiful.
So these would be the soft dolls. I make soft dolls.
Yes.
I also make wall dolls, which you can hang on the walls.
Yes, it's so pretty.
And
then you have workshops, right? Where
I
you
do.
show people how to make them.
Yes, I do doll making workshops with youth and adults. And I'm currently combining my artistic with an organization called Yale Academy, which is a STEAM organization.
Okay,
so
wonderful.
not only do I make dolls, I also take art and I combine it with the components of science, technology, engineering, and
Wow.
math. So it doesn't stop over
That's
here.
amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more about what
Okay.
you do. But let's talk a little bit about these finicky eaters. All right, so Paige called me and she said, what do? I have these babies that don't like to eat a whole lot. What do I do? So I said,
they like to eat a whole lot of other stuff. They don't like to eat a whole lot of
vegetables, right?
Yes.
So I asked her, I said, well, what do your children like to eat? Well, I said, do they like macaroni and cheese? She's like, yeah, we could work that. But the dairy can be an issue over time with mucus and these sorts of things. So I'm like, all right, let's do a macaroni and cheese that's not macaroni and cheese. So what we used today to make the macaroni was this. I found this at the market. I was really excited about this. This is a macaroni noodle. Actually, this is the penny. We have the macaroni noodle. I don't know where the box is. It's the same exact labeling, but this is the macaroni, so you could give them a shot of that. But it's made with chickpeas, and it's also made with tapioca, all right? So we're going to use this as our base. Instead of the wheat, right? Again, we're trying to give them some healthier options, right? Chickpea has the protein, that kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Then we also have butternut squash. So I've been steaming off some butternut squash, and it's caramelized. There's some darkness in here. But before we continue doing this, what we're going to do is make a cashew cheese, all right? So I have my Vitamix, as I always do,
Okay.
all right? And I want you to take maybe half of this, and I want you to put it in the Vitamix. So this is raw cashews. All right, so it's really, really simple. It's like half, I said, half. A little bit more. So instead of yeah, that's good. Yep, that's good.
So we're making our own cashew milk?
Yeah, we're gonna be making our own cashew cheese.
Cashew cheese.
Yep. So the other thing that we're gonna add to this is garlic.
Okay.
All right, this is gonna give it a lot of flavor. All right, so we have like 3 legs of garlic, or cloves of garlic, and then I have, this is nutritional yeast, And this is going to give it that cheesy flavor, and it also has a lot of nutrients. It has the B complex, the B12s in here.
Okay.
So this will be a natural way that they would get the bees. And actually, you can get it in bulk, right? You can go to Seven Nanda, and you can get it in bulk. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay. And then we're also going to use some unsweetened almond milk. So I'm going to do like maybe like that, not much. Okay.
You're good. See, I would need a measuring cup.
So like you could do a cup. So just eyeball it. You could do a cup. All right. And then what we're gonna do is just blend it. All right. We're just gonna blend it. So I was asking Paige, you know, what kinds of things do they like? You know, how long has this been happening?
Well, the older son,
I added a little salt.
appetite has changed. My younger son is still
Not eating a lot. Okay. So we gotta figure out, you know, have you taken them to a pediatrician to figure out?
they're just healthy.
And you know, and it's always like that. You know what the other thing is? And let me blend this up really quick so it can get really big. I'm adding air to this. So you blend it up high. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the pot. Okay.
That looks yummy. Looks
so let me say this. I mean, because when you go to the pediatrician, they'll tell you, you know, as long as the kids, they have those numbers in place, like, you know, nothing's off, they will say, you know, just keep trying. And the reality is the children don't need a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot. As long as they're drinking a lot of liquids, you can also maybe supplement too. And sneaking a lot of the good stuff into their food, you know. So you told me that they like salads, so that's good.
They do like salads.
So if they like salads, like I have this spring mix. This is an organic mix. I would give them a lot of that because you're gonna get a lot of.
I buy a lot of that.
Yes. So this is, I get this. This is a simply organic blend that you can get from the supermarket. You can also go to your local farmer's market and you can get whatever blend that's in season, and you're gonna get a lot of your nutrients from the greens. So the fact that they like greens, that's a huge thing.
Okay.
That's huge. So what we're gonna do here, look at that, it's already starting.
Ooh,
Yeah,
looking
so
good.
what I'm doing now is I'm mashing up the butternut squash and the cream. So this is like our cheese.
Okay.
And the secret weapon in this, is going to be nutmeg. It gives it a really beautiful, like rich flavor. So I'm gonna put that here. So I have my nutmeg over here. All right, do you ever cook with nutmeg at all?
I put nutmeg in like my on top of my coffee.
Really? That's
In
amazing.
my coffee or like hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Not unless it's like a dessert kind of thing.
No, not that this.
Nutmeg, no.
So I always think, like, you know, you should just cook where you are.
Okay.
You know, if you're not as comfortable making a lot of dishes, that's okay. The things that are healthy and you feel comfortable making, then I think that's what you do. All right, so look at this. I want you to taste the sauce. Tell me if it needs anything. Look how thick and lovely that is.
It's supposed to taste like cheese, right?
Well, not exactly like cheese. Don't have that expectation, but creamy.
Oh, yes, good.
You like that? Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to add the macaroni in. So we pre-cooked this. Now, let me say this. When you make this, you want to make this al dente. We don't want to overcook it. All right?
Wow.
We want to make this still a little firm so that when it goes in this pot, it's still, you know, gonna have a little bit more time to cook.
Okay.
Okay? And then we're going to get this all incorporated all lovely. So look at that. You made like a macaroni and cheese without really making macaroni and cheese, but it's nice and creamy.
Looks like macaroni.
You stuck some vegetables in there. Right? You got your butternut squash in there. We got some cashew milk in there. Got some B12s in there. I mean, yeah, that's what you're going to have to do.
Good. I mean, the sauce is good, so I imagine that the whole macaroni is very tasty.
And then what you can do here is you can serve this. We'll serve this on with a side of greens. Okay? So what we'll do is, actually what you can do is you can rinse your hands off. You can open that up and we're going to plate this inside of a bowl. So my guys, let me tell you about my guys. I have 2 little ones and I have the opposite problem, y'all.
Oh, you have good eaters.
My children love to eat. They're constantly eating, like all the time. I mean, as soon as I feed them, they're like, I'm hungry again.
Okay, I don't have that.
I'm like, what is wrong with you? What is the issue? And they're just like, I'm just hungry. I just want some more food. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right, so I think we're done. So really, really simple. All we did was we boiled some pasta al dente. And once again, we did not use wheat pasta this time. We used a beautiful product that I found here. It's called Banza. And it is made with chickpea powder. And it's also made with tapioca powder. All right, so it's just a healthier pasta. And it's, of course, giving us that macaroni feel. However, we used a butternut squash. And we made a cashew cheese as our base. And we're going to serve this with a side of greens because they love greens. All right, so let's plate that. All right, just use your hand. It's us, yeah. And then what we'll do is just place it on top. Yeah. And then you'll have them try it.
Everything's looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Let's go. I'll take this. And I'm going to plate it. And then what we can do is just sprinkle a little nutmeg on top.
Okay.
You got a little nutmeg on top.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Everything's looking really good.
Really, really pretty, right? All right. Here we go. All right, so you're going to try it.
Okay.
Everyone
right,
try first.
Let me do this spoon because I've already
Ladies first, guys.
All right, that's fine. All right, so
Ladies
tell me what
first.
I'll try this. You try
It's
some.
amazing.
So it says it's amazing.
Ladies first.
Oh, wow. It tastes really, really good. What you think?
Very good. Very good.
Now, let me say this. For families that are not completely plant-based, I mean, this is a plant-based dish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you decide that you want to serve this with a side of fish, steamed fish, or some
that would be us.
some chicken or something like that, that's cool. Again, everybody has to be where they are, right? Okay, so you think that this would be a winner?
I would add a little bit more
That's
salt.
cool. You can add more salt to
But
this.
yeah, I think we could do this.
You could do something like this. Yeah, so
Can I
again, for
have
those
this?
families who are just struggling with finicky eaters, you want to meet your children and your family members where they are. You want to incorporate things as much as possible that are healthy. If they are only a few items that people really enjoy eating, let them eat those things. That's fine. And then what I would do is sneak some new things into that. So like they like the salad, add some like radish greens
Okay.
in there, or like just a couple pieces of radishes, and put some like a nice simple dressing on there. And then over time, they may develop like a repertoire for that thing.
Okay.
Because did you know radish greens is anti-cancer? It helps to fight cancer, and it's just really, really good for you. And all the greens are really good for you anyway. So just sneaking new things is always going to be helpful.
Awesome.
All right. So, do you want to tell them a little bit more about what you do?
And how
Anything else?
I think that's a little bit. I think that covers it all. I mean, I'm a former. I won't say I'm a former writer. I still am a songwriter. I work a lot with today, like with Curry Simmons.
Yes.
And I used to sing, so I still kind of sing. I don't sing live too much anymore. I do more background work in studios and whatnot. It's very hard when you have a family.
Oh yes, it's a lot of work.
So that life is, I won't say it's a single because it's not. But it was just difficult for us to
lot.
transfer.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And still try to be 100% of a parent.
Yes. So, are there any workshops coming up for the dolls?
You can go to yellacademy.com, and if you go to the programs page, we do workshops on Saturdays, and you should be able to find a Paige Lackey or Paige Martin Books and Art workshop for dolls.
What we'll do is we'll post the link to your website so that people can access your information. Okay. All right, and so tell them again how they can get to you. What is your website?
Yeah, my website is PaigeLackeyMartin.com. PaigeLackeyMartin.com. But you can find my workshops at yellacademy.com.
We'll post all of that. We'll post all of that on the feed. And all you guys know, you can find me, Chef Beee, 3es.com, plant-based meals to go, essential oils education. You can also find out all of the events that I'm doing. Everything is there, okay? So, again, finicky eaters, don't worry about it. People shift. Just meet folks where they are. It's going to be okay. Just give folks what they need at that time. And remember, we don't need a whole lot of food and a whole lot of variety. We really don't. You can survive from water. Water and a little bit of bread. You can. Okay. So all you need is a little bit, just a little something. Okay. Yeah, just sneak it in.
I can do that.
You can sneak it in?
Yeah, I can sneak it in.
Yeah. You gotta sneak it in with these kids. All right, y'all. It's time to go. Thank you so much for coming through. And we'll be back next week at 1 o'clock. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Peace.